Momentous mastermind, voracious collector, and a two-faced time traveler, Vampire KADO THORNE is the latest antagonist to arrive onto the Fortnite island, and now is making it his new home. The enigmatic vampire is now draining the island's wealth and is slowly taking over the entire island with his signature eclipse, all the while preparing to execute his grandmaster plan. Yet who is this KADO THORNE? How does he time travel? Why is he on the island? And what is his ultimate plan? I believe I have all the answers to those questions, so sit back, relax, and let's shed some light on KADO THORNE. Starting right off the bat, pun intended, we'll begin by answering our first question: who is KADO THORNE? To put it simply, KADO THORNE is a time-traveling, greedy vampire mastermind that has an unquenchable desire to steal valuable objects and add them to his glorious collection. He is the leader of the group named Eclipse, and you can find them nearly all over the island. Considering he's a vampire, that means he's immortal. Usually whenever exposed to sunlight, a vampire is tremendously weakened or can possibly die because of it. We're unsure which applies to KADO or even if the sunlight bothers him at all, so for now that's going to remain a mystery. It's stated that KADO has an ultimate plan, which most likely has something to do with the powerful time machine he possesses. But before I answer what his ultimate plan is, we need to first understand how his device operates, leading us into our next question: how does he time travel? My theory is that his unhealthy obsession with constantly wanting more and more precious items led him to construct a powerful device that has the ability to travel in time itself. Many people claim KADO THORNE may be able to go into the future, however I myself personally don't think so. From what we've seen so far, everything in KADO's collection is from the past. He also traveled to the past in the cinematic, so for now we don't know if he can go to the future, but he most certainly can travel to the past. Although I believe operating the time machine isn't as simple as we all think. During the cinematic trailer for the season, the first thing we see occur is an eclipse. Immediately, everyone believed that an eclipse would be present in game at the start of the new season, but as we've all seen, that's not the case. So what does that have to do with the time machine? Well, I believe that when an eclipse occurs, either that's the only time when KADO can time travel, or when an eclipse occurs, that's when he returns to the island from time traveling. However, I know there's a big question on all of your minds right now. What caused the eclipse? Unfortunately, nobody knows. All we know is that it's not the ice moon or the cube's cradle. Hopefully we'll find out by the end of the season. Which ties into our last two questions: why is KADO THORNE on the island, and what is his ultimate plan? As I've mentioned in the beginning of the video, KADO THORNE is making the island his new home, so he most likely had a former home somewhere, and with that we can either assume that it got destroyed maybe, or he just left because Reality Zero in his belief is more fit for him. But what does Reality Zero have that his home doesn't? That's simple: the 0 point. And not only that, treasures from countless realities in the Omniverse. Reality Zero is a massive feast for KADO THORNE, although I feel like he has something more sinister in mind than just stealing things. Remember when Optimus Prime told us that formidable enemies have taken notice that the 0 point's energy no longer flows through the island? One of those formidable enemies could have been KADO THORNE. We aren't 100% sure of what KADO is capable of, and if his time traveling to the past has an effect on the present or future, but time traveling alone can already start to mess things up badly. This is why it is said that the fate of the island is at stake, and taking back what KADO THORNE stole from the island is the looper's last resort. I theorize that part of KADO THORNE's ultimate plan is to totally eclipse the sun on the island eternally, which is what we may get in Fortnitemares. How will he eclipse the sun on the island eternally? I have no idea. It most likely will have something to do with his time machine. At the moment, KADO's plan and himself largely remain a mystery, since this is the first time we've ever seen him and we don't fully understand his intentions. But what we do know is that according to NPC dialogue with Nolan Chance, Sloane is working with the thieves and recommended us to the thieves to help steal from KADO THORNE. And she knows about this time machine, which is why she's working with the thieves so they can steal the time machine. And then it'll be all up to Sloane whether she will use it for good, or the temptation of using it for something else will make her use it for bad. We also know that this is going to happen due to an unfinished leak of part 4 of the snapshot quest, where it is said that Sloane has a time machine. What do you guys think? Will she use it for good and totally redeem herself, or give into the temptation of using it for bad? Subscribe if you love Fortnite storyline content, a like is appreciated, and consider using my code Rezztro in the item shop. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Take care.